talking about Scifest Africa, which is South Africa's national science festival that's aimed at promoting public awareness, understanding and appreciation of science, technology, engineering, mathematics and innovation, which will be taking place in Grahamstown in the Eastern Cape from the 2nd until the 8th of March. And joining us in studio this morning to tell us more about Scifest Africa is Minister of Science and Technology, Naldei Pandor. Minister, always a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you very much. Good morning, and thank you for having me.
Great pleasure. And might I add a little factoid? Just before we started, I found out that the Minister's favourite artist is Pharrell Williams. What's your favourite song, Minister?
Oh, gosh, there's so many, but I'm old school, as I said. So, you know, I would talk about Aretha Franklin and people you don't know who are really brilliant singers. I like singing rather than the noise. And so I think, you know, our old stars.
Yeah, they're the ones. Fantastic. Yeah. Well, let's talk about brilliant science right now. This year's Scifest Africa Science Festival is expected to host some 58,000 visitors, 50 exhibitions, approximately 350 contributors, 100 organizations from South Africa and 5 other countries. That's a lot to say about the growth of the festival. But what's the focus of this year's Scifest?
Well, they've chosen the theme A Matter of Time, which is really a focus on mathematics, a focus on astronomy, on creation. So it's a whole range of areas within the concept of time. And I think it's a really exciting Scifest this year with a wide range of fantastic activities. Young people love Scifest, but it's also great for adults. School children come in, and of course the environment of Grahamstown, you have the university, so that connection between the university and Scifest is very important. They also use multiple sites, which is really great. So you go to the museum, you may go to the university, visit some of the laboratories. It's a really fantastic event, and there's incredible, as you said, participation from partners.
Absolutely.
The United States, the United Kingdom, France, Germany, so several countries have become partners because they see the value that Scifest brings to public awareness and knowledge and participation in science activities.
And this has been ongoing for the past 20 years, if I understand
Began
correctly.
in 2006, yes.
That's extraordinary.
So it's quite incredible that it's lasted this long, I think.
And how have you seen it grow, you know, to better nurture the interest of science and technology and innovation in our communities in South Africa?
I think what's been really interesting for me is the link between institutions that promote science, individuals who are actually practicing scientists, the number of established scientists who are part of the program, who would give lectures, but also alerting the public to, you know, the range of debates that there are in science. So you'd have panels that would have debates on stem cell research or on huge questions in mathematics, the astronomy sciences, the origin of the universe. You know, you always have this debate between scientists and those who believe much more that religion should be the dominant explanation for the universe. So all of these are brought before the public, and the public is able to pose questions to eminent scientists, an opportunity that they might not have, as well as young people from school level, kids from disadvantaged schools who wouldn't have access to a laboratory and might not meet that professor.
And speaking of which, what can people expect in terms of what's on offer in the program of Scifest Africa 2016?
Well, you know, one of the things I found really interesting in the program is the Scifest Kids program, which is directed toward very young children at the foundation phase in school. They can dress up in a lab coat, participate in an experiment, so have a real feel, you know, for science. And I think that's a wonderful program. Also, wonderful innovations. They have a sci picnic, which is really a field trip with a bit of, you know, experimentation, a bit of knowledge about geology.
Our sandwiches made out of periodic table elements.
Matter of time introduction to string science and string mathematics. And then there's an inflatable planetarium that'll be put up by our Society for the Advancement of Science in South Africa, SASTA. And young people can go into that planetarium, get a whole, sense of astronomy science is what we're doing, the square kilometre array, and other areas of astronomy science.
Well, thank you very much, Minister, for coming in and taking time out of your busy schedule to come and talk to us about Scifest Africa, which is taking place in Grahamstown in the Eastern Cape from the 2nd all the way until the 8th of March. Truly, truly interesting stuff. All right, now let's find out what else you can expect on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Here's Zoe.